Oh, hi everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Argo 37, the penultimate episode, in which I will be doing most of the talking, as Alice has a slightly sore throat, and I will be giving her all of the hot toddies, hot Jägermeisters, hot bronchial mixtures, and all the other wonderful things that medicine can buy. I should also unmute everyone so that when I go round it makes more sense, because otherwise that will be awfully silent.
Sorry.
There we go. And things. Okay, so first of all, welcome to the show. Here are our social links. Head over, check out our Discord, Twitter, and YouTube. Discord for the community. It's inclusive, safe. We talk about TTRPGs. YouTube, go and catch up on this show and all the other shows. Discord, send me a DM and I'll get you a game. I've realised that I couldn't do one of the days in the 13 days of 40 games, so I've taken 3 games out of one day and added 3 games to another day. So I've got spaces again. Send me a DM. What else have we got? We've got a Patreon. You guys can check out our content over there. We have some exclusive content, we have some non-exclusive content, and it's one of the best ways to support us, honestly, over on the Patreon. Also, very exciting, we have merch. If you head over to the Redbubble right now, I've printed the design for our Christmas logo. That's right, you can go and get a Christmas logo. And not only that, if you use the code FLASH in the next, I think probably like 10 hours left now, you can get 30% off. So head over, get yourself a Christmas jumper now. I'm gutted because I did yesterday and I didn't have the code FLASH.
Wait, have we ordered them?
I've ordered Christmas jumpers, yes, we have Christmas jumpers on the way. Should be here by the 12th.
Yes.
What else have we got? We've got sponsors. Please check out Bird in the Storm Publishing, who create modules. They're essentially a writing company, and they'll be bringing content to us in the new year. For now, you can check out their merch, and most prominently today, check out Mage Hand Press, who created this wonderful module called Dark Matter, which is a space expansion for 5e. And my golly gosh, is it a lot of fun. One of the things that I say most often in this intro is that they even went and created a worse version of the Villager so that you can have a red shirt for your Star Trek campaigns. They're, you know, for nerds by nerds, great. Lastly, if you head over to the Twitter and retweet our tweet, every 10 retweets we will get a Wild Magic Surge. So yeah, we're currently at 6, so every 10, there it is. 4 of you head over now, we'll have a Wild Magic Surge to start. So let's go round and say hello to everyone. We'll go anti-clockwise because that'll finish us up on Alice. And so we'll start with, oh hi, Shakespeare, or many-gendered thing. Hi.
Hello. So I am Shakespeare. I don't believe I've actually played a game on Straticus before, so this is my first. Yay! Because my schedule is a nightmare. So we're doing character introductions, yes?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So I am playing James, who is a lovely young Vantablack tiefling. She's tiny and 19 and very fragile looking until you talk to her and you realise she's terrifying. And she is a star warlock, which is from the Dark Matter Press, which I'm very excited about because it's so self-destructive. I love it.
Fantastic. And next around, we welcome Janaya.
Hello, I'm Shania. You can find me at Shania pretty much anywhere on the internet. And I'm going to be playing Elsa, who is a gnome rogue. She is the jumper subclass, which is a dark matter subclass where that basically just gives her a really fancy dash action where she teleports 10 feet in any direction for her dash action. And she grew up on the colony that, or on the planet that is now being evacuated by this ship, and she was married and towing the line and then discovered that that was really boring. And so in a quest for birth control to keep from getting pregnant with little gnome baby, she hooked up with a bunch of sort of black market people who introduced her to the rogues, who convinced her to go on a bunch of missions that she was told were dangerous, but were not at all, so that now she believes that nothing in the world is possibly actually dangerous. And she ended up becoming a thief and faking her own death, and is hiding under on this ship under an assumed identity to end up with a smuggler ship eventually is her biggest dream.
Wow. I'm slightly intimidated. Like that, I've created the least capable player that has ever existed, and you've like turned up as someone who's like faked their own death and stuff. God damn, Blister would kill himself trying to fake his own death.
Playing a tiny child. This should be fun.
Next, next to the players, except I haven't introduced myself, but still, the crafting muse. Oh hi.
Oh, hi. Hello, everyone. So he just said it. I'm Bea, the Crafting Muse, and I have a YouTube channel. Come over and see how you can make terrain, paint minis, and all that sort of fun stuff. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram too, so you can find me over there. All the same name. Make it easy for you. Today I'm playing Lieutenant Commander Elara Gibbous, and she is a half-orc barbarian of the Dreadnought Path, which basically means I have a funky little helmet that I wear on my head at all times to help control my emotions. So when that helmet comes off, interesting things can happen. And fingers crossed that things go much better today with my interwebs, because I know last week it was interesting. Let's put it that way. So yeah, I'm excited.
And I'll be playing Blister. Now, Blister, he, if you've just come out of Cryo, you'd probably recognize him maybe as the cleaner, who was not very capable. Since then, I've branched out a little bit. I spent some time playing in the ship's band. The problem with playing on the ship's band is that, you know, when everyone's in Cryo, there's not really anyone to play to. So I got a ton of practice in, and I think it sounds great. Not really had much feedback, but I'm fairly sure it sounds great. And then I got bored of that, so I started teaching myself to be security, which Elara's been most pleased about, because, you know, with all these guns and stun buttons and stuff, and especially the singularity emitters that seem very prevalent, I'm doing rather well. And I suppose that means you should hand over to Alice with the sore throat over there. Oh, hi.
Hello! As I go through, I try and make my voice sound as normal as possible. I'm Alice, I'm White Rabbit Pick, I'm the GM for today. Scrat, I'm also mildly insulted you didn't include me in the tweet.
Oh, did I not?
Yeah, so last week some crazy stuff happened, as it does every week. But all this timey-wimey stuff hopefully hopefully, I've got a bit of a foggy brain right now, starts making sense to you within second to last episode, penultimate episode. So we're going to jump straight in, and we're going to jump straight into the cryo chambers, where Telemachus, this small 7-year-old whiz kid, is wandering around. And for both Elsa both Elsa and James, you feel yourself effectively defrost. You sort of slowly, you feel chilly, you feel cold, but you can feel yourself slowly to start to warm up as you hear the lids of your cryo chambers open with a and you both blink awake. What are you guys doing?
I sit up very fast and I look around and I say, are we there yet? Did I miss anything? Where have we been? What has happened?
I just look around, just like...
You're a child.
Yeah. 7, actually, but yeah.
Well, that is effectively a child.
Climb out of the cryo tube and hide behind it.
Can you roll a stealth roll for me, please, just to see? And she looks over to Elsa. Is like,
yeah.
Oh, shit.
I'm also the pilot. Here's a protein bar.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Eat it. You'll need some energy.
no,
She'll start eating the protein bar and with a full mouth, being like, "Hey, so where are we? Are we there? What did we miss? Where have we been? What is going on?"
and just sort of, like, looks over at James, like, but doesn't acknowledge that he's hiding.
Well, from what I heard, we got thrown off course. But I don't really know. I wasn't here at the beginning, so...
Oh, that's wonderful.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. If you want it that way. Okay.
Creeping closer.
Get up really carefully so we can see how your legs are feeling. You might be a little bit wobbly, so be really careful.
She sort of holds out her hands.
Okay. I climb out of the cryo chamber and do sort of like some stretches.
So you sort of like touch your toes, like up and down.
Little gnome stretches, you know, up the side, this way, over that way. Little back bend.
Yeah. As she's watching you do this, you're probably only that tiny bit shorter than her, like literally by maybe an inch, and she's just like,
Oh, okay. And
she flicks through like this glass screen.
James, isn't it? You alright? Protein bar.
Walk over, take the food, retreat.
Yeah.
Just hide it on my person.
Are you okay?
How do you know my name?
It's on the sheet.
It shouldn't be on the sheet.
Well, I go around and I check things regularly, so I hadn't. As Blister calls it, defrosted you yet for your vitals. Well, at least we had no record of them for some reason.
Oh yeah, that sheet. That's fine.
As she sort of looks at you questioningly. So, as she sort of starts scanning you both, you say,
Well, you're alive, so that's a good thing, and all your vitals seem to be okay. Do you want to come up to the bridge and get something to, like, proper to eat?
Oh, that would be wonderful.
I like
Okay.
food.
Okay, follow me.
and at this point, what is Elara and Blister doing?
I have a feeling that we're still like talking to each other. Like,
Yeah, I feel like the last 2 episodes have just started and finished
Like-
with us just talking.
yes,
Hadn't we decided to go back in time?
I think that's where we left off. Yeah.
Hadn't we decided to go to a specific point, like where Greenway was just about to start making the ambulance or something like that?
Yeah. Like before things got bad, but after Elara and Telemachus were in existence.
Yeah. So we're gonna go back in time then to try and fix the future, which will fix the present because the past didn't happen.
Something along those lines. I think it's muddled at this point, but yeah, we want to get to this one point, and maybe that might be the pivotal point where we can stop the Ichor from even starting, but at least give Telemachus and I a fighting chance.
My mind is
Right.
boggling at all of this.
Oh, trust me, mine isn't exactly following the straight and narrow right now either.
What happened to them other 2 as well? Weren't they like sitting with us about to like get some drinks or something? There was like that robot that was dishing out drinks left, right, and center. What the hell happened to that?
And Alara's gonna blush. She's gonna say, last I remember is our dancing, so honestly I wasn't paying close attention.
Blister also flushes bright red.
And at that point, to interrupt, Telemachus comes in with these 2 new people fresh out of the cryo. Like,
Hello! I've got some new ones. Say hi. This is James, and this is Elsa.
I am
Oh, right,
attempting
yeah.
to walk behind Elsa, even though I am taller.
Elsa just sort of boldly walks in. Oh, hello. Hello. Are you the rest of the crew at this point? I heard we're off course. Where are we going?
That's a very good question. We're not exactly sure exactly, though we have some tentative plans.
Are you a fan of retro television? Do you remember that old show from Terra back turn of the century called Back to the Future? That's probably about as good an idea of where we're going as anything.
I see.
No.
Fair. It's all about time travel. It gets really confusing, to be honest. Like, you know, he plays his mom and his dad simultaneously at different times, and anyway, it's all really confusing. Yeah, time travel, that's a thing. Do any of you happen to have degrees in time?
I thought there'd be food here.
Mister, they just woke up.
Oh, right. Right, little overwhelming. Elara, I'll shut up.
It'd probably be good for right now, at least to let them get their bearings before throwing them into a muddle along with us. But yes, hello and welcome, and there is more food up here if you're still hungry. James, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting to see you here, James. Telemachus, why don't you make
The
sure
kid
that
brought me.
you have enough to eat?
Yeah, I can do that. I'll be back in a minute.
And
Thank
Telemachus sort
you.
of disappears off to the canteen.
So, Elza, what is it that you are able to do just so we have everything in order in terms of staffing at the moment?
Well, you know, officially, once we're on the colony, of course, my job is a safety officer, which I have a pass for somewhere. She starts patting down her pockets and pulls out a very official-looking piece of paper, and she goes, but it sounds like we're not going to the colony, so maybe other skills might be needed instead. Is that correct?
That would be very correct. Any other skills that you may have and could share would be very much appreciated, because I'll tell you this right now, this is not going to go as you might expect.
Oh, well, I'm very good at unexpected things. And I'm very good at sneaky things. And I'm very good at sort of climbing small spaces things. And, well, I'm very good at getting from one place to another pretty fast.
All of that sounds extremely helpful, actually.
Oh, good. I'm so glad. Is there a window in this bridge?
There's a huge, almost like huge window out in space, and you can see this darkness and these huge, almost like gigantic, almost pink jellyfish-esque void fish with galaxies sort of flashing in and out of existence within them.
So Elsa will just run over and press her hands on her entire face against the window and be like, "It's beautiful!"
And treacherous.
Sends you to planets full of maniacs that want to worship you and kill you simultaneously.
Oh, well, that sounds fascinating.
That's one way of putting it.
You also, as you take a second look, as you're pressing your face against this window, the paper in your hand, you look, and it looks like it's been torn in half.
Oh, dear.
And you can see this tiny little Wizmo, this tiny little robot, running off with its arms in the air with the other half of your paper as it runs towards Blister, followed by about 12 more. All different shapes and sizes, some on wheels, some hovering, some on legs, and a really clunky one with heavy arms that seems to be trying to keep up.
I'll fold the half piece of paper in half and put it in my pocket. Be like, well, we'll just have to make another one of those. What are these? And start poking at the different Wizmos.
Yeah, as you try and poke at them, they're like trying to slap your finger away as you try and poke them.
They're mostly harmless, to be fair.
So extremely chaotic.
Hey mate, do they or do they not have singularity emitters anymore? Which space and time are we in now?
All of them have singularity emitters attached to one of their arms.
There we
You
go.
guys will know that this creates black holes.
Gonna back away from the little robots, just as far as the room will allow.
Oh, they're fine. Just don't make them angry.
And if you've got anything that's like
Just goes like this.
toothbrush shape, for some reason they love singularity emitting the toothbrushes. I don't know why. I've been borrowing Elara's.
You're still
Trying
doing
to
that?
melt into the wall, just like
Well, sorry Elara, did you pass by a grocery store as we were flying? Like,
Well, I thought maybe you might have found another one on the ship.
honestly, I wouldn't even know where to start looking. Plus, it's quite fun seeing how angry you get when I say that I'm using your toothbrush.
You're baiting me, aren't you?
Yeah, totally.
But at this point, Telemachus comes back, and she's got these, like, sandwiches type things. But the center is purple, and the bread itself is like a really jet black. And she hands them to you. And these just like almost like proper like drinks bottles. That's the liquid inside is like a bright green, and she hands them to you. So,
Vitamins.
everything goes into my pockets.
just continuously.
Just continue, just like.
And she like holds it out to Elsa. Like,
There you go.
Thank you. Starts
It's
eating
okay.
it.
It is delicious. Like, it's weirdly delicious. The texture's a bit clunky, like that sort of like weird, like you're eating a sponge with like paste in the middle, like a really thick peanut butter. But it actually tastes really, really good. And you feel pretty like rejuvenated after you've eaten this.
I walk over to James. So where are you from? What do you do?
Somewhere else. Lots of things. Why?
I don't know. You seem curious. Not
No,
actually
you seem curious.
Well, I am curious, but you seem like a person to be curious about.
Is this because I'm taller?
No, I think it's because you don't say anything. Good talk.
But you just said I don't say anything.
It's like looking at you like sort of walks past both of you and starts plugging some stuff in, and a screen pops down. Now, Elsa, you'll know this is the AI of the ship. This is Argo. This is effectively a floating head. And it's a very sort of human head, and he's like, what? And Telemachus is
I got this weird signal. If we could play it through, that'd be really awesome.
and she starts hooking up the bracelets that, in particular, Blister and Elara, you know that the time travel bracelets that she had. And you see Argo's like, fine, put it in the port, and sort of plug in. And that same sort of sandstorm thing comes up again. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Can anyone hear me? I need help.
Now, is this Telemachus again or what?
Hello? You roll an insight check for me, please.
Yes, character sheet. That's a thing that I have.
Liar.
I'm insightful! Incredibly insightful!
Woo!
You recognize this as Telemachus's voice, an older Telemachus. You've heard this voice before. You've heard this from one of your... from the past, but it is a future Telemachus. Just to throw that in there.
Right, okay, so now, can I, with my nat 20, can I home in on a rough age? Is this the Telemachus that we met when she was like 16? Or the Telemachus that we met when she was like 20? Or the Telemachus that we met just before I essentially killed her?
Holy shit.
Yeah, hi.
To Argo. She seems to be older. Probably closer to the age where you killed her.
Can I reply to the signal?
You can try.
Hello? Hello, Telemachus. This is Blister from the past speaking to the future you. What's going on?
Hello? Can anyone hear me? Hello?
Hello?
I'm sending my coordinates.
Hang on, let's try
Hello?
with the bandwidth a little bit.
Yeah, just sit there and hit it.
It's like thunk, thunk, thunk.
Yeah, the old Fonz jukebox.
Yeah. Boom.
Hello?
As you do this, you see like this static again, and Argo's going, "Ah, stop it! What is wrong with you?" Like as he comes back into view, he's like, "Oh, sent these coordinates through. God, almighty." Like, and it's still just a floating head, but he turns around like as if to.
Now, hang on a minute. Argo, hang on. These coordinates, are they just like normal coordinates, like a few vectors, or do they also have a year or something like that? Some sort of timestamp? Oh god, it's
Yeah.
not in Excel format, is it? You know, where you have to convert everything to ones and then try and figure out the year backwards, starting from the 1900s of all times.
It's loading. Just a slow loading screen.
Oh, Argo, don't be like that. Come on.
Well, what'd you expect? You were smacking him around.
I was trying to get a better signal. I thought it was, you know, for a minute I forgot that he was a thing, and I was, you know like the old radios you used to have? You have to
I
fucking
can
aerial.
still hear you. No, it's not on this timeline. It seems to be in the past. Or the future. No, I think it's the past. I don't know. At this point, I don't really care.
Have we actually tried traveling through time yet? Like with the ships thing.
Not with the ship. Not with the ship, but with our bodies, right?
Yeah, I know we've been all over bloody time with our bodies, but we've been all over time like a cheap suit. But why don't we? All right, if we try going back a little bit, staying in the same spot, maybe it'll be like you know when you hit pause and you can press fast forward and rewind and you can see everything that's going on, but just in like snippets.
I don't understand anything he's saying.
It's like you're trying to talk to us, but it's not.
Oh come on, on when we picked up
Mister,
that old
use
signal.
your words.
So what you're saying, I think, is stay at the same point, but toggle between time systems?
Aye, yeah. See if we can see what's going on when we're traveling through time. Is it like, is it like the big tunnel, like hyperspace, or is it like, everyone starts walking backwards really quickly?
So, do you mean like that film? That film we've got in the thingamawhat's it? Literally called The Time Machine.
That's the one. I've not watched it.
We're gonna watch
that's
that.
Not real, right? Well, it might be, actually.
Well, at this rate, who's to say what's real and what's not? But it is a good point.
On the Time Machine, they've got that really cool like lever with the jeweled top. I could probably make one of those for Argo.
He'd probably like that.
Jewels are nice.
And Argo like swings round. So, who are these newbies? The not so tall one and then the even shorter one.
Argo, this is James and Ilza.
Hello, Argo.
I think I remember you in the logs. Hi. Not you though. James. Like, is he sort of like, this is Argo trying to be investigator, but it's not happening. He's just like narrowing his eyes. Not in an aggressive way, but he just looks utterly confused. And it looks like he just freezes for a second, like when the screen freezes.
People forget me. It's fine.
Oh, you're just very good at sneaking around.
That too.
You were hiding behind the cryo chamber when we first let you out.
It's a good place to hide. Better than hiding in it. People look in it.
Well, you wouldn't be the first stowaway either.
Is that what I am?
Based upon your actions and your avoidance of conversation,
Well, your conversation is full of words I don't know.
You could eat that protein bar.
there's plenty more.
It's good for you.
I'll eat it. Later.
Okay.
And Telemachus takes that as just you agreeing to it. She's not really thinking much about it.
And you've joined a great ship to stow away on. There's loads of opportunity here, not very many crew. So you could start off like a cleaner and then move on to other things. You can do anything really, it's great fun.
I do lots of things. I don't clean.
I didn't do much cleaning either, that's why I stopped being the cleaner.
What are you now? Apart from confusing.
Mostly confusing.
Fair enough.
Oh, we don't have like a time expert yet. Can I be a time expert, Elara? Can I have a title?
At this point, it's kind of like it's like just pinching the bridge of her nose. Why don't we land on one thing for you, Blister, please? As talented and multi-talented as you want to be, I think for now until we get everything figured out. Maybe.
Yeah, alright, I guess I'm Blister. That's mostly what I am.
Nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely not.
Like an irritating sore.
No.
Oh, thank you, Elara.
Immediately regretting. And Telemachus is like, I don't really know what that message was.
But, do we want to go find it? Or are we leaving it?
Well, that's a loaded question.
Well, hang on a minute. We know when the ambulance thing got made, right?
We should.
And we've got these coordinates, which look like they might be from the past or future, from a Telemachus. Why don't we head to the year that the thing was made and the coordinates that future past Telemachus gave us? Maybe she's there. Maybe she had the same idea we had.
We had an idea.
Honestly, this whole timey-wimey thing is really confusing.
And you guys need to walk around a bit. Your legs are probably going dead.
It's
Been in there a while.
it's less having ideas and more clutching at good-looking straws.
How long were we in there?
Telemachus, you keep record.
And she sort of looks at you like,
You were here before me. The only reason I can't tell is because he didn't keep the records, and I'm sorry. But since I've been here, a good couple of months.
And I've got to say, it's much better having Elara and Telemachus here. They know where all sorts of things are, like, you know, toiletries and things, so you stop having to use papers.
Just move slightly further away from Blister.
Alara's gonna look at him and kind of like, I felt the same way at first.
And then I move slightly further away from Elara as well.
So Elsa's like doing little back bends and things like that to try to, because she's very concerned now that her acrobatics body isn't going to work after this time. And the whole time, like jumping, doing a somersault, jump up, do a somersault. She says, "So are we going somewhere? Are we going to do a thing? There's an adventure, right? Where are we going?"
the Wizmos are copying, by the way. All these little robots are trying to just mimic Elsa
no.
as they go.
You've got them all excited.
Well, better excited than getting bored.
Absolutely.
That's true, actually, yeah.
James is doing those like minute little exercises that people are told to do on planes. Like she's rotating her hooves and kind of just like moving her arms and staying very far away from everyone. Twirling her tail to work out the kinks, that kind of thing.
Well, if it's a matter of traveling, are we traveling just ourselves, or are we going to try and take Argo with us this time?
Alright, now this might sound crazy.
When doesn't it?
What if we went to another time altogether, found Argo, preferably a time when Argo didn't sell all of his self-destruct mechanisms and weapons, steal that Argo, and then take that Argo, and then we'll have like a fully functioning death Argo to use.
I'm going to like cover his mouth. He didn't mean that, Argo.
It's okay, he's made the mistake to think I was ever fully functioning.
You don't have weapons?
I used to, but they never worked. Same reason I got rid of the self-destruct thing, it's just too expensive. I've still
So
got the timer though.
Oh.
It's wired wrong because of the Wizmos, so don't like touch anything down on the 3rd floor.
I don't want to touch anything ever.
Okay. And Argo's doing that like as like people do, just like looking at. He's not looking at anything, but it looks like he's looking around for something.
I mean, it's the best option we've got, isn't it? We might as well go for it.
What, take Argo with us?
If we can.
Oh, we can. Just saying. Just checking.
Well, anyway, on that other place, didn't like... Now, okay, this might sound weird, Elsa, James, just bear with us on this. When the black tentacles appeared and started covering everything in ichor and death, they covered the whole the whole space station, right? So, oh, hang a minute, weren't they on the ship last week as well? This is getting so confusing.
That doesn't sound weird.
surprise on Drista's face. Oh. All good.
So, you're saying you're worried that the Icar's already on the ship?
Well, literally yesterday, before we were having drinks and like dancing and stuff, we were remember you were kidnapping past Telemachus whilst we were keeping future Telemachus safe.
Yes, yeah, you're right. You're right.
And
yes.
the Wizmos were all firing at the Icar thing that was already on the ship.
You kidnap people?
No.
No, just our own kids. I mean, our own surrogate. I mean,
Our own Telemachus.
Telemachus.
Moving to stand behind Elsa again.
So, you don't want to take Argo because you don't want to take the Icar with us if it's still here on the ship, is what you're saying.
Well, what if we go back to the future with the Icar and we end up causing all of this mess in the first place?
So looping things back around like before.
Aye, or maybe worse.
Now I'm following you.
I'm not.
Essentially, we have the potential of making things worse because we might be the ones who are bringing the actual problem as opposed to fixing it.
That sounds likely. You seem problematic.
As to you.
Thank you.
It
Yeah.
seems like black ichor death tentacles would be something that you might pretty much notice if they were on the ship. Right?
Aye, but they're wily. They hide in the shadows.
Are you
Well,
trying
what do
to
they
say
like,
that-
Blister? We could set bait and see if the black death tentacles come out to get the bait.
I like it. What should we use as bait? They liked
You?
Telemachus before.
We're not using Telemachus.
Ah, hell no. You get to be the bait this time.
Hell, I mean, if we can find the black ichor stuff, I don't mind. I mean, it's either gonna kill us all in our sleep or something else, so I might as well, Do you
I
remember
don't
watching that?
sleep.
I haven't had any records of it being on here. I think we would have found it by now.
Argo, can you do a full scan? Are there any anomalies on the ship whatsoever? Any unexpected cargo? Any
What counts as
shadows
an
which are
anomaly?
a little too deep?
Things that aren't supposed to be here.
Oh.
Are we talking stowaways? Are we talking...
Possible stowaways, but ignore the... No, don't ignore the bridge. Tell us exactly how many there are on the bridge and everywhere.
Well, technically, the Wizmos are also stowaways.
Yeah.
Consider the Wizmos as part of the crew.
And what about James? Using
Uh,
cryo?
could- Continue your search considering the Wizmos as part of the crew.
Okay. I need to sort of... He's like, give me a minute. And he turns around. And you hear him humming. Like, And after a while, he turns back around and he goes, no. Though I think there's a cat on the lower deck, but I think that's always been there.
Is it alive?
Yes, of course it's alive.
I've not seen a cat for months.
Well, no, but it seems to be down there living off something.
That doesn't sound good.
It's just a cat. I mean, look. And he sort of pops up a screen, and there's a cat just snoozing, like, in a box down in the, like, cargo area, just asleep.
I like cats. They taste good.
That's not on the menu. Here,
So
at
we're
least.
just watching Elsa's face change, going, that's not okay.
She was so excited. She was like, we have something in common. Oh,
No!
Can we see what it's been feeding itself off of?
Yeah, it looks like it's got into a massive box of protein bars.
That makes sense.
My eyes just get really wide and I'm just tracking the protein bars on the screen.
So
No.
we have a cat.
God, if it's eating all that protein as well, it's going to be hench.
It's not a
deal
buff cat.
We'll deal with the cat later. So
Yeah.
there's nothing else on the ship of suspicion.
No. It's not even one
What
of those
about where
weird
we were
fake
shooting? Just like, 12 hours ago?
Shooting what?
Oh, time's such a mess.
we were in a different time at that point.
Look, can you not, like, confuse me? I don't want to overheat again.
Well, so do we throw caution in the wind and head back, or do we do something else?
Go back to where we talked about, or meet Telemachus at the coordinates.
Yeah. Alright. We don't seem to have any Icar on the ship at the minute, so... let's go for it. Why not? What can go wrong?
Everything.
Okay.
And, like, you see Telemachus, like, this bracelet that she's effectively welded into the side of this ship. It's just gone.
Okay.
Slam.
Oh
And
no!
the button goes. And all of you feel like
I'm gonna put on my space mask just in case.
you almost like ripple, and you can see all the colours. You can see all the colours around you, and everything as if something had, like a ripple in water, sort of starts just almost Mexican waving around the ship, and then everything is black. Elara, you feel like you're underwater again. That same, just as if you're talking, but no one can hear you, you're underwater. And then in an instant, you're back, all of you are on Argo. And you see below you as you hover, this huge landscape, this landscape that looks to be mainly metal.
That was strange.
Is that the hospital, do you reckon?
It looks like it, yes.
Wait a minute, didn't we find, like, weeks and weeks ago a hospital planet?
We did.
You don't think that was related to him as well, do you?
You know, it actually might be.
Who's him?
Greenway.
Greenway.
He's essentially the Black Plague in human form. I think he means well, though.
Didn't the hologram say something about curing ailments and something about perfection?
Yeah, they wanted to create the perfect person that was a cure for all ailments in all time zones.
What does that sound like? Could we have been where it basically all started that long ago?
As Argo hovers, you see this place is thriving. There's a lot of people here. There's houses, again, all made out of metal. This is like metal blocks. Some go up high, some are just literally almost like cubes. And you can see a statue at the center and a huge, almost hospital, university-like building with steps running up. There's lots of people around. They're going about their daily business. You can see shops opening. You can see markets. You can see people welding things, like tinkering places. And as you look out of Argo, they don't seem too bothered by you hovering. There's people hovering in cars and things next to you. Argo's come in very low.
When we visited the hospital, though, it was abandoned.
Well, in our time, but if we've gone back to when it was actually prosperous.
Let's investigate, I guess.
That's really all we can do at this point.
Yeah.
Are we gonna go down there?
Oh.
I reckon so.
Yeah.
Also, Alice, Justin's just donated to have the Wizmos incorporate the time mechanism into themselves, creating time chaos.
Oh God.
Oh, chaos. Also, we are at 10 retweets. So, just to, put it all in there together. Blister, you're number 1. James, you're number 2. Elara, 3. And Elsa, 4. I'm going to roll a 1d4. 1. Blister, please.
Aye, that's fine.
And Argo looks at you, just like, do you want to land or... I mean, they're waving at me with those funny sticks. Like, and you look out the window, and there's someone with like glow sticks, like, wave you into like this, like stretch of area.
I guess we're landing.
Well, if you've taken us that close to the landing strip, you might as well, I guess.
Might be suspicious if we don't otherwise.
Yeah. Alright.
Okay, and you just feel like this pressure, like your stomachs drop a little bit as Argo accidentally drops height by accident. Like, oh, sorry, as he sort of slowly goes in. You feel the wheels come out as he lands. And the door opens. And you can see someone there still with the sticks, like...
They're still waving us on? Like...
Come on.
Oh, us down the
Welcome.
planks. Oh, right.
Yeah,
All right. I thought you meant keep moving the ship. I was like, the door's open and everything. All right, cool. Okay, come down. Hello there.
Hello. Welcome.
I lost track of my papers while I was traveling. What year is it right now?
And he sort of looks at you and is like, don't really keep it, if I'm honest.
Yeah, no, I lost all my newspapers. That's how I was keeping track of the date, was by what date the newspaper was printed, but we lost the printer.
You don't have a watch. But he's just looking at his wrist.
Oh, have you got a watch?
Yeah.
We had some electrical surge issues on the ship. If you could just tell us what the date is, we'd appreciate it.
I am hiding behind the tallest person, by the way.
That would be Elara.
Yep.
Definitely, Elara.
Just
you are given a time frame. This time frame is definitely before your time. The date won't mean much to you on this planet, this place. You don't really recognize it, but you are very aware that it is before you came here last.
Well, we've gotten the back part right.
All right.
As you sort of slowly step out of the ship, you can see the Wizmos rush off following Blister, and they've got some weird red buttons attached to their chests.
What did you give them now?
I don't ask them questions anymore. I just let them get on with it.
You don't think that's a little concerning?
You see two of them, they're slapping each other on the chest, and they're literally disappearing in and out of existence. And you can see one of them appear on top of Argo, and one of them appear on Blister's shoulder, and another one that is now waving to you from the other end of the platform.
Well, you know what I mean. If we're essentially fighting the inevitable time death of the universe, they might as well have some fun, mightn't they?
You gave them
Wait,
time
what?
trouble. You have very good hearing.
Yeah, don't.
Big ears.
Nothing to be too concerned about. Don't worry about it.
Also, I'm standing like right behind you. I'm pressed up against your back.
I'm gonna
like ducking under your armpit. Like, excuse me.
I'm gonna shift James out from behind me and kind of like scoot to one side, but I'm also gonna grab Lister's arm and pull him in to speak to him again. When we were traveling in time, what did it feel like for you?
Did I have the water thing, Alice?
No, it's literally just Elara. It's the same feeling you had last time, Elara.
It just sort of felt a little bit like, you know, when you're in an elevator and you're not sure if you're moving or not, and everything sort of seems still, but then when you stop, your stomach sort of goes.
So it didn't feel like you were underwater?
No. Why's that?
Let's just say when we were traveling, it felt like I was having those headaches again.
You're right.
I'm not as shaken up as I was when I actually get the headaches, but it's unnerving.
You can imagine.
I just wondered if that was something we were all starting to feel, but guess it's just me.
And this person looks at you like, not
Greenway!
quite.
We've got an appointment with Greenway.
Oh, John, up at the university.
Yes, that's the one. We're here to talk to him all about time.
The time we spoke together, he means.
That too.
Okay. Follow me. Like, this is sort of... This guy's dressed quite smartly. It's almost like an all-in-one, like, jacket, trousers, boots. And he takes off the helmet and he drops the sticks down. He's like, just this way. And he starts walking you through this town, city, this strange community. There's a real mix of people here, and they all seem pretty friendly. As they see you, they're like, they either wave at you, they nod at you. Some people just keep on walking. But you can see lots of shops open. You can see all this tinkering going on. You can see a man welding all these, like a whole set of goggles together near a house. And you can see some children messing about in the street playing. And it's quite a bustling, busy place. And Telemachus is sort of holding Elara's hand, like,
Are we gonna go see Grandpa again?
Well, we're probably going to, but I understand if you don't want to be seen or to see him.
I'll go.
Are you
I'm
sure?
more thinking, didn't he create Project E? What if he recognizes you?
You are one smart cookie.
I'm just saying. I mean,
I
I'm
feel
gonna
like-
put this
on, and she literally pulls on her bobble hat and she puts this scarf like up round. It's not that cold, but she's just like wrapping up effectively.
Just from like behind Elara's shoulder blade, it's just a voice like, if you need to look like someone else, I have stuff.
I did too.
Two
Do you
birds.
now? So you can make me look different for a little bit then.
Try.
If it's a fake Tash and glasses, it will completely make it. I'm just saying.
Can you give me a body like Burt Reynolds?
Who?
You're not the one we have to worry about.
No, this is just for fun.
Maybe later. Don't. That didn't come out right at all. It really didn't.
Wow. I'm
Sorry.
music again, but I won't.
Oh yeah, it does Buster have his amulet. Did I get my amulet back? I lost it in time, didn't I?
No, you were still when you came back to the ship, you found it again.
Oh, excellent! I've got the amulet.
Yep.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Just
What?
checking.
Well, it was nice to see the light for a bit. Like as you sort of like close your leather jacket over him again.
You really do need to make sure you give him some breathing room sometimes.
I don't actually know what he does. All I know is he made me fly.
I can hear you. Ah.
I'm just gonna be gesturing to his chest, like, point.
I'm gonna sleep for a bit. Just don't die. Like, is it just sort of? You feel almost like the warmth on your chest just dull.
Could we all hear that?
Yeah, you can.
Yes.
All hear it.
Okay, I just look at Telemachus like, is his pocket talking?
The amulet is, yeah.
That doesn't make any more sense.
A lot of it
That's
does.
nothing really well. But if you can sort of alter how I look right now, that might be beneficial to us. As long as you don't mind not looking like Burt Reynolds, and I'm gonna look at Blister and like arch the eyebrow.
I don't know who that is again.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, I won't. Oh, and I look at Elsa. So you, or me, or fix this?
Should we go someplace maybe not that's not a thoroughfare to do
You are
that?
literally
Yeah,
in the middle of a high
We
street.
really shouldn't do it in the middle of everyone. Exactly.
No,
But-
this guy has stopped. He's like, "Are you coming?"
Just give me
I
5
think
minutes.
we need to use the ladies before we go. Could you perhaps show us where the ladies is?
And he just like points this direction that you could probably ask them if you could borrow theirs. And this is a guy like he's welding goggles and stuff together with all these different like coloured lenses on them.
You know how it is with this space travel. Sometimes you forget to go before you start. Then it's a long journey and you don't want to stop. Like.
Yeah, I get it.
So I'll walk over to the welder and be like wave my hands.
You sort of, oh hello. Like, this lady looks down at you and she's like pulls her own set of goggles off. She's got like this big brown heavy apron on. She's like, you here for goggles?
No, but maybe, but not right now. Right now, what I'm here for is we need a access to a ladies' room, for just a little while. Is it possible we could use yours?
Yeah, gotcha. Come on, out back. And she just sort of leads. You can see her gesture to like this teenage boy go, watch the stool, as she sort of, follow me. And guys can disappear into this house. And you enter onto this first floor. She just points at a door at the back.
Okay. So we all pile in there?
Yep. Even Blister?
Yeah, I'm assuming
No, because we're not making Blister look different.
I was gonna say.
I'll just stand outside, I guess.
Yeah,
Like, Telemachus is looking round and she's touching things. And thank you for the wild magic surges, Isra, for Telemachus. As she like touches things and she's like, and everything starts sticking to her fingers, like the paper, it started touching some of the tools and it's like, like, you know, when you just try and get rid of water, she's really trying to flick these off.
Blister, you might want to help Telemachus while we take care of this.
Please.
And you can see just like loads of things stuck to her hand. She's like,
I'd appreciate it.
I mean, we can use the Wismos and the singularity emitters. That might work.
No singularity emitters for this, please. We want to keep her intact.
Okay, are you immune to fire?
Or fire.
Fire is good.
I'm also a bit nervous about these people. I mean, you don't know, this could be a trap or anything. You don't know what they've done. But what if we can't see it?
thank you for the other world magic search, Isra.
I wouldn't worry about it too much. I wonder how accurate I can get with my secret flame.
Whoa.
Like,
You're
I want
what?
to keep my eyebrows, Blister.
I learned
You don't need eyebrows.
I learned a Christian rock album while I was trying to be a bard.
Like, and you guys disappear into this bathroom. I'm guessing Elsa and James are sort of shoving Elara in there.
I was gonna say, Elara's not gonna go to the...
Afterwards, like,
Yeah.
So I have a kit, James, but do you have that kind of disguise?
no, I'm just good with kits. I like.
Look, enough to alter how I look. Something not
Alright.
entirely like how I look now, to be safe.
We can do that. So I pull out my disguise kit.
And I will assist because I have proficiency and no kit.
Nice.
So, what are you trying to make Elara look like, and what is Elara asking for you to look like?
Something tells me Elara wouldn't be the one to worry about how she looks so much as do I look different is the end result. Oh my god, Scott.
The Clark Kent effect, no?
You're not the one who needs to hide.
Oh god. I'm going to leave this up to you.
So let's see, we could... Well, I don't really know what Elara looks like presently, but we could add some scars, or we could age you.
James is just going to take out a dagger and be like, how attached are you to your ear points?
Very.
Okay.
I think
They're distinctive.
You can cover them with some hair or a hat.
Oh,
Fine.
hats.
They're just a hat, but hound.
So we'll do a scarf and no, because you can't take the helmet off.
She
Right?
can. There's bad consequences if
Yeah.
she This is like an 80s montage of like, let's make the ugly or pretty.
We'll just wrap a scarf around her head like a Jawa. It'll be fine.
Yeah, there'll be like some scarves and probably we'll add like a scar over the eye and an eye patch and we'll do some makeup to sort of hollow you out and make your bone structure look a little bit different. So what do I roll for that? Deception?
Yeah, let's say deception.
Can she roll with advantage because I'm assisting?
She can. She's got 23. So Elara, you completely different. Like your helmet is on, but there's scarves around you, like literally all the way around your top half as well.
Yeah, it's like roll your shoulders forward. It makes you look shorter.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna touch my armor so my boots shrink.
Yeah.
Is that
and
bad?
you see Elara just dip slightly, and her bone structure has all changed.
Do I look like me?
Not at all.
Perfect, let's go.
Still smells in here.
You guys walk out to what scene are they walking out to?
Oh, no.
Like Telemachus is like,
Well, Blister's got a number of spells. He started off trying to use cantrips, so he tried using Void Light and Vicious Mockery to get the things off. He tried literally shouting at her hands. That didn't work so well.
and she's now shouting back at you for shouting at her, but this is out of rage, not.
So he started using his Sacred Flame cantrip, and he's just been trying to like take off the little bits off her hands just by burning them off.
As you're doing this, can you roll a 1d4, please?
I rolled a 1.
Ooh.
So that wild magic surge means.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Can you roll? Oh, okay. Can you roll 1d8 of healing?
Hey.
So we'll take this as because she's at full health. Like you, how are you removing these just like bits and bobs?
Blind luck. That's how I've got this far.
Yeah, you're sort of picking these off, like they're really stretching off, and she's just like, like this is like really cringy for her. You're sort of
like
searing,
welding, peeling, and
yeah, you're like melting this whatever it is off of her fingers as these things start to come off.
And I'm sort of humming on it. Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya.
And she turns and looks at Elara, just like. It takes a second stop, like almost forgets that she's holding her hands up to Blister. She's like, is that you, Elara?
It's me.
And she sort of slaps you on the side of the head as you're sort of looking down.
Oh, you look really different. I hate it.
Thanks.
That's sort of the point, to look different.
Good. All right.
Should you have a different name?
Back to Sally, I guess?
Hey, all right. Long tall Sally. Let's do it.
Okay.
And Telemachus like just wipes the rest of the stuff off and starts walking out of the room and back out the front and says thank you to the lady who is gone back outside to the welder. And you can see the man still waiting there for you. And Telemachus is still in that massive bobble hat and scarf wrapped around her nose.
Right. Yeah. Sorry about that. I think we're all ready.
You all done?
I.
Okay, follow me. And you walk through this quite a large crowd, and then it starts to thin out as you get close to the university. And you see these huge white marble steps as they go up, and a statue at the center. The same statue you saw before, saying they strove for solving all illness, all viruses to be abolished. And you walk up these steps, and you enter a huge hallway. And the same steps you see before, they are now intact, they are clean. There are doctors and nurses walking around. Is it Greenway, you said, didn't you?
Greenway. Aye, that's right. Yeah, Greenway. Yeah.
Follow me. And this guy walks you up the stairs.
Tell me, has he got his doctorate yet? Been some years.
Yeah, of course he's got his doctorate.
Oh, good.
He's a doctor.
I knew him at uni.
Oh, did you?
Aye, yeah, we went to the same uni.
Oh,
You know, like drinking and stuff.
this university.
Maybe. It's all a bit of a
Okay.
blur, you know. It's a long time ago. Lots of drinking.
And he sort of looks you up and down as a, okay, and starts walking up the stairs again.
Yeah, you know, you assumed right. I didn't pass.
Yeah, and he takes you up these stairs around to this long corridor. You can see people in labs. You can see more stairs going up, and he takes you to an office. Not the last one on the end of the hall, but there is one close to the end of the hall. And he knocks on the door like, sorry, John, we've got some visitors. And he's like, oh, brilliant, send them in. And you can see slightly older, only slightly, John Greenway. He looks maybe in his 30s, something like that, 30s, 35.
This is older than the last time we saw him.
Older than the last time you saw him. And he's like, do I recognize you? As he looks over a blister. You hear Telemachus muffled like, no! Like just from behind Elara.
That all depends.
I am also behind Elara.
Yeah, everyone is like duckling behind Elara.
That all depends, really. Do you remember what happened at your little hospital facility a few years back?
How do you know about that?
Because I was there. I'm gonna pull my gun on him.
He's like,
Peer out from behind Elara, like,
whoa, okay.
Alright, let's speak honest with each other here. What happened to all that black ichor going all over everything?
I don't know. Something invaded the Why are you doing that? I can call security.
Yeah, I'm sure you can. For now, let's just speak real straight with each other, because I'm really concerned about not only your health, but the health of your family and your future and everything. We're from the future, pal.
Put the gun down.
No.
And I'll talk.
No. You'll talk under duress, or you'll not talk at all.
I don't understand why you're doing this, my
Telemachus, where is she?
Who?
Telemachus, you're our best agent back at that facility.
I told you I don't know any of the collectors.
Tell me about Project E.
Project E. Last time you saw me, we had this prototype. Not quite humanoid, not quite there yet.
Aye.
I've had a leap in that right now. I have my own personal motivation to do so. I will take you to the lab if you want to have a look at it.
What is that motivation?
I based it on my daughter. I took the genetics from her.
Your daughter's name?
Elara, you know this.
Aye.
Don't question me on my daughter. Put the gun away. Please.
Look, I'm gonna put the gun away, alright? We need to
I'm
have
a
a serious
good
talk. I understand
person.
you think you're being a good person, but you're also the cause of a lot of bad shit. If you can accept that, let's have a conversation.
All I'm doing here is striving to get rid of illness. How have I done bad stuff?
Listen to me. Listen to me. I put the gun back in the holster. I understand you think you're trying to do a good thing. Alright, I understand. But whatever it is that is created from Project E, this black ichor that takes over everything, it kills you, it hounds us through time, and it takes out your granddaughter as well.
I don't have a granddaughter.
Wake up, sleepyhead. I said we're from the fucking future.
Rude.
Do you want to see the lab or not?
Lister, he's willing to let us see what he's doing. That might give us more answers.
I won't call security. If you draw that gun again, I will.
This is a
Lister,
lot
please.
bigger than your security. Come on, let's go and look at this lab then.
And he stands up. He's in his white lab coat. And he presses a button and a door next to him opens. This way. And he disappears through the door.
What made you use your daughter?
I I don't think that's any of your business.
And
You just put a gun to my head. What makes you think I'm going to tell you personal details?
Maybe she was dying. He's trying to cure illness. People usually love their kids. Maybe she was dying.
She's not dying, she's dead.
So she was dying at some point.
No, there was an accident. She drowned. Okay? Now can we
Drowning is dying.
And he sort of turns, you can see him sort of go very stony faced, and he walks into this lab. This. I think last time I told you I didn't quite have a fully human form. Now I've got this. And you walk into this lab, and there is lots and lots and lots of Elaras, all in these tubes, all in these water-cased tubes that was like a gel.
I don't like this room.
I didn't invite you in.
Listen to me.
What?
I'm hoping my friends can fill in the years, because to be honest, with all this time travel, it gets real confusing. But at some point in the future, there's going to be a disease that takes over you. It's not like all normal diseases, it's something sentient. Something from your future is going to change this from being a project of mercy, of you trying to save your daughter, into making the perfect warrior.
These are all prototypes. The 2 finished products are in the other room.
James is going to walk up to one of the tubes and just put her hand against it. Is this your daughter then?
Part of her, I guess, yes.
Hang on a minute. The 2 finished prototypes, is one of them tall, sort of half-orc model, and the other one's a small curly-haired girl by chance?
No, one of them is half orc. How did you know that?
I'm gonna take off my disguise.
And he looks at you for a second, but doesn't quite... He doesn't quite get it. He's like... Hello.
Hello.
Did we meet last time?
We had.
And it's almost like it's just completely thrown him and he's confused and almost blanked out. He's like, do you want to go in the other room or not?
Don't you recognize this?
What?
Let's see the prototypes.
Aye, let's see the prototypes.
Can we stop calling them prototypes? These are people.
Thank you. And he sort of starts walking into through another door. He presses his thumb to the pad and the door slides open. And he walks over and you can see maybe there's a young girl in this tube, dark hair, half orc, maybe about 12 years old, maybe 13. So there. Yes, I know it's insane, I know it's crazy, but she's gone. So why not use the good DNA from me? One who never got sick. Sickness didn't kill her. An accident did. My fault, took my eyes off her for a few seconds. But if I can bring her back this way and for the greater good, then I will.
How long do you intend to keep her in there?
Until she's fully grown.
I'm gonna look at Blister.
Blister's already looking at you.
But what about the others? There was a room full. Are you going to wake them all up?
I think I will at some point. I will let them go. I want to make sure they're all fit and healthy and capable before they do.
But they're your daughter. How can you let them go?
How does any parent let their child flee the nest, fly the nest? You've got to let them go live their life at some point. I'm just not waking them up until I know they're ready.
How will you know they're ready until you wake them up? You can't just throw children out into the world because you've woken them up and are done.
Especially since they're not going to have any memories or anything, are they?
The ones in the other room are adults. I plan on educating them before they leave, as I do this one. And he sort of reaches out and touches this glass tube.
How? No. How can you let them go? They're your daughter. Aren't you supposed to love them?
I do, and I will check in on them regularly.
They're your children. They're not pets.
And he's just sort of like still face. Like, I know.
This isn't right.
Are they all named Elara?
They are all E currently. This one is Elara.
I think at this point I'm like holding Telemachus's hand and like pulling her closer to me.
Yeah, she's sort of like wide-eyed, like from this scarf and hat, you can just see like really wide-eyed.
So why this one? Why this one, Elara, and the others just E?
This one I managed to make younger. I don't know why the growth process accelerated so quickly on the others, but it did.
So they aged faster.
They did, and they've seemed to stop. This one, however, started around the age of 5.
She's been in there since she was 5.
They're not full years.
To you or to her?
And he just sort of shakes his head lightly. I'm sorry, I know this is not something people will understand.
This is wrong.
Some of us are trying to understand, though. How long are they technically in the tubes?
Which ones?
This one.
I plan to take her out at the age of 14, 15. She looks about 14, 13 here.
And the others?
As soon as possible, as soon as I can make sure they're fit and healthy enough to go into training and education to prepare them for the world, so I can distribute them.
This is wrong on so many levels.
Distribute! They're not product, they're people! And I'm hiding behind Elara again. Like, fully, like, curled into her back.
Yeah.
Not only that, this whole project gets kiboshed. I've seen the future, alright? I've seen a platoon of these E's, Project E.
But I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I know you wouldn't. What I'm saying is someone else takes over and they change things. Make them into some sort of, like, soldier automatons.
They have their own mind when they wake up.
They do at the minute.
And you see him sit down, like he slumps in the chair, and he's like, wait, so you're telling me someone takes them?
Someone separates them from you.
They stop trying to search for the perfect cure and start looking for the perfect weapon.
How do I stop this?
Who have you been talking to?
Just
Anyone who's
fully-
approached you, anyone who's interested in what you're doing, military, government, anything like that.
And you can see him he sort of walks over to a screen and pulls up a list of people. So there's a few, but not many. One who seemed particularly interested. He said it was only for medical purposes, to further my research of destroying viruses. I don't understand. Thomas Johnson? He's the one who invented the bracelet. He's the one who was one of the engineers working on.
That rings a bell. Alice, is there anything I should remember out of character at this point?
You remembered last time you were at St. Christopher's and you met Greenway. He mentioned someone who had started. It was just a basic engineer who had started creating these bracelets. That was it.
He was with you back on the old facility as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, here and there. He was a contractor.
For who?
Us. He was.
No, who's his employer? If he's contracted with you, he has an employer.
He's self-employed.
You didn't do a background check?
Well, he was an engineer. I researched his work. I researched his job. I only needed him to do one thing, and it was technical.
What was his past? What did he do in the past?
He went to university. I don't know. This is all I have.
You don't have what his previous jobs were? Or who he worked with before you?
He worked on dark matter engines, fixing units, and that's it. That's what his background said.
What are your future plans beyond them and her?
I will take her and the other one on the ambulance I told you about.
Could we please see the other one?
Yes, of course. And you hear like a buzzer ring. Yeah, Jennifer, could you bring her in, please? And Jennifer walks in holding a baby, like a teeny tiny baby. Haven't named her yet. I quite like that name you said earlier, actually. And this little one. This is the first one I haven't had to grow to a certain age.
James is going to walk over to him and slap him.
Yeah, can you roll a strength for me, please?
Yeah, she has none.
Yeah, you slap him pretty hard. Like, he's not... You slap him pretty hard across that. Like, you leave a mark, and he's just like... Okay. I probably deserve that.
I just walk back to stand next to
Looks
Elara.
like we got a new friend.
Elsa, what are you doing at this point? You are muted.
I would like to, since everybody else is so focused on this, see if I can kind of slip almost back towards the office, and between the two look around and see if there's any sort of paperwork or documentation or anything else that I can find.
Yeah, can
And
you roll a stealth check and an investigation check for me, please?
Okay, stealth.
This gold is for me. Oh,
You
Ooh.
sneak over there with ease. They're so distracted that you can just stealth over there, basically. You sort of slide away, and you're looking through these papers. You can't really see anything. You can see blueprints for what looks like a ship called the Greenway, but other than that, there's not really anything there.
Okay, I'm just gonna grab some things and roll them up and shove them inside my bag.
Yeah, you can do that. Are you heading back in the room after you do that? Or...
Yes.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
Trying
gonna
to
look
slap
at
him
the-
again.
I'm going to look at the baby a little
Yeah.
closer.
Yeah, you can hold her if you want.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna take the baby in my arms then and. Do you want me to do a perception check or anything like that?
Yeah, can you do a perception check, please?
I'm gonna whip my tail up, which has a long plume of badly dyed black hair, and I'm gonna wiggle it over the baby's head.
Yeah, as you do this, like these little arms come up and try and like reach for it. Don't quite grab because there's no grip there. But you get like a giggle out of it, and Elara, you look down at this little baby with green eyes and tufts of curly blonde hair.
I'm gonna be holding the baby, and then I'm also gonna be drawing Telemachus closer to my hip and kind of just like holding her against me at the same time.
She doesn't get it. She's just stood next to you, staring at her grandfather and staring at the tubes.
Can I quietly, so no one else can hear, say to Elara, "We're not leaving this child here, right? Tell me we're not leaving a baby here."
We're not leaving until we're getting all the answers.
Don't care about answers. And
You
I'm still
may-
dangling my tail over the baby.
Yeah, still playing, trying to.
So if she's from your daughter, how is this one created?
I took the very similar DNA strand from this one, and points to the younger Elara in the thing. They're sort of made from the same thing.
So you sourced from Elara to create her.
Yes.
Why? Why did you do all that?
I didn't know if Elara would work.
Oh, she
Not-
worked.
Like, he sort of, I didn't know if she was going to wake up.
Who's going to wake up?
Elara. I'm scared that she won't. And there's a long pause. And Blister, it's like your eyes go static. As if you were looking through a screen, like on Argo the first time.
Mhm.
And you sort of have to shake your head and flick it away. And it keeps happening. You have to keep shaking this off, this static. It's almost like you feel like it's almost like a migraine coming on.
Are you doing this?
Am I doing what?
Um,
And in your
I'm gonna
head.
I'm gonna ink. I'm gonna ink.
Okay. You guys made me ink.
I'm going to cast Arcane Anomaly, which basically means I break magic. Anyone casting magic has to roll a d6, and if they roll a 1, they can't cast their spell.
No one is casting magic.
Still, I do that. I ink for the
Yeah, okay.
time going forward.
Sorry, I'm just looking at something I've just been sent. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Blister, only you hear this. Once again, you hear, "Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? I need help. Blister, are you there?"
Oh, I've gone mad.
Blister, what's wrong?
It's all that time travel. She's in my head.
Who's in your head?
the radio transmission that we heard on the ship.
Welcome to
You're
the
hearing
academy. Please take your seats.
Yeah.
You pick up radio?
Not usually.
That doesn't sound good.
Totally shut down. And Telemachus is sort of tugging on Elara's arm.
Can I see?
Like she's sort of tippy-toeing towards the baby.
You're not some doctor who's healing everyone. You're a monster.
Seconded.
Excuse me.
This
These wonderful, wonderful children are immune to everything.
You haven't named them.
I've named this one. They are all Elara's.
Then you haven't named them.
I will let them choose.
You've given
their
them all
own...
one name. A name isn't something you choose. Choosing a name is hell, because it's not yours.
Have you-
Someone who loves you gives you a name. When you choose one, it is not yours, it's a label.
And he fixes you quite icily. Not in an angry way, again, it's like very much... This man looks like he's been through a lot, and he's just not getting it. He's not understanding it at all. And
I'm gonna walk up to him, and I'm actually going to be pulling something out of my armor.
mm-hmm.
And it's
He
my
backs
ID
up a
tag.
little bit. Are you still holding the baby?
Yeah.
I've tucked Telemachus behind me for a second, and I've used my free hand.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna toss my ID tag on his lap.
And he looks down at it. Describe to me what's on this ID tag.
It's my photo.
Mm-hmm.
It is my date of birth. And it is my full name. As well as my race.
He looks down and then looks back at you in almost like awe and confusion. He's like, what? And then an alarm starts to sound. This almost like air raid siren alarm. And he's like, what, Jennifer, what is that? And she's like, I will go find out. I'll go find out.
Oh,
And
hell.
that he looks back to us like, and he looks at Elara and goes, we need to talk about this.
Aye, on our ship. Look, how many Elaras have you got? I see alarms are going. I'm worried that this is going to be that post-apocalyptic event that I've been talking about. We've got a cryo chamber.
Right. And he just sort of starts gathering things up. And you can hear another alarm go off, and another alarm go off, and another alarm go off. And you start to hear you start to hear screaming and yelling, and from outside you can hear like the thunder of feet running. You're not too sure what the people are saying, but my god, are they running.
Elara, I'm going to leave you here. I want to go and find that engineer. Where does he work?
And Joel's like, he's not here. He's not here anymore. I mean, to take this, and he sort of hands this small glass, sort of like card to. He's like, his address and all of his information is on here. He's not on this planet, but take it.
I take it.
He's like, I don't know what is supposed to happen with this or what it is, but I think you need to just do something with it. Okay? And at that point, can all of you make a perception check for me, please?
Oh crap!
And
Damn
Elara's
it!
distracted.
Wait, don't I have that 20 still?
You need two
You
to use
need
it.
to do two.
Two. Oh, that's right. Hey, chat.
So Elsa, you were completely distracted by these papers you have been shoving into your bag. Like you're just like, and you don't really notice. And I think Blister is focused on Greenway, and Elara is currently looking at the baby. However, James, something catches your eye by the door where you came in, and you can see this black liquid seeping under the door of where you came in.
Just like tapping Elara on the shoulder, like. Bad?
Definitely. Blister. We need to get out of here with these two and her.
What about them?
It's already too late. If that's out there with them,
I want to slap him again.
Yeah, you slap him.
No,
You
I literally say.
Oh, you want to slap him again? Okay. But you
Like
can.
to
is what
Elara,
I'm
just like I want to slap him again.
I want to do more than slap him.
You can see the panic in his face. He starts to get the younger Elara out. He's removing the chamber itself. Is taking, laying it down, ready for transport. He's like, okay, I don't know what that is, but we need to leave now.
If you got any weapons around here?
And he starts there's a lot of crashing as he moves around, and he just pulls out like these batons, like these laser electric batons. He's like, I've got this.
Aye, that'll do, but like, have you got anything a bit more? Is there something I can take advantage of in this university, like some sort of, I don't know, special weapons research or something?
We're a medical center.
Worth a shot.
Can you get her out? Both of them, please?
Yes.
Okay. And... Sorry, go on.
I'm going to actually hand the baby to Blister, and I'm going to pick up the chamber.
Yeah. You can pick up... It's like it's hovering currently, so it's easy to sort of push. And... James, you can hear like a thud, thud, thud at the door.
Something's trying to get in. We need to go now.
I'm gonna
Thud.
take my gun from my pocket and put it on my hip holster so it's both accessible whilst I'm holding a child and visible for all to see.
I have common clothes. I'm going to tear something up and make him a sling.
And
Yeah.
you...
Yeah.
So at least the weight is carried.
Mm.
You'd only need to like steady her.
Alright, Elara, have you got... Elara?
I can handle myself, if that's what you mean.
Literally.
God, this is gonna be even more confusing as if things get confusing enough. Are we just gonna make a break for the ship?
Yes, let's get them out of here, because if anything happens to them, then she and I are gone.
And also, children being hurt is bad.
Aye, I agree.
Let's go.
And he opens a door at the side. He's like, through here, out the back, now. And he just starts like ushering you out into this, like, it's like a corridor, but it's like a set of stairs just winding down, down and down.
How big is this university?
It's pretty big, but it's mainly made up of like 12 labs and some offices.
I mean, if you
Is
were to
our-
put it on a foot radius,
You know I'm not good with numbers. It's big.
like, would you say it's maybe 1,000 feet?
Uh-oh.
2,000 feet radius?
Maybe, yeah, go on then.
I'm gonna cast Conjure Nebula and cast everything into the
There we go.
confusion that is a nebula, so everything just becomes heavily obscured with like gas and dust.
Okay, this is going to affect all of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's almost like an explosion behind you, and you can see dust, smoke, mist, debris sort of start rising from the floors. as you guys are running down the stairs. Could you all roll a perception for me as you're going to be running down these stairs?
Am I within contact range of Argo with my headset?
I'd say so, yes.
I'm going to tell Argo he needs to start getting things going that we're on our way.
And you hear sort of, okay, what have you done now?
I'm
And
gonna
he's
put,
just sort
I'll put my space helmet on the baby.
Oh,
Argo, if you love Telemachus as much as I think you do, we now have 2.
and so James, you managed to like see this dust coming, and I'm gonna say maybe you've got some like goggles or something that you can just pull over your face, and you can.
I'm gonna go with tieflings have
Running.
tertiary eyelids.
Yeah,
There you go.
And you can sort of like flutter your eyelashes effectively, and you're like, you can see where you're going. It's a bit murky, but you can see where you're going. Now, Elsa, this is rising. You are too short. This is literally, you are running underneath this layer of dust and everything like that. Now, Elara, you start falling behind with this cryotube as this dust and smoke erupts. And Blister, you created this. This is your own dust. You just tear through it.
Yeah, I know this stuff isn't harmful. It mainly just stops people from being able to see. So I'm just gonna run.
You can hear beeping and bopping, the blip, 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 as all these Wizmos start running along the walls and around your feet, trying to pull you all further along.
Wizmos, if you can find us anything useful right now, that'd be great.
You can hear them sort of keep whizzing. You can't really see them through the dust. Only really Elsa can, because she's sort of closer to their level. But she sees them running towards a door and just like shaking it and banging on it and pointing at it.
Sorry, what?
You see a door,
Uh-huh.
and they're banging on it and pointing at it and trying to get through it.
The
The
Wizmos
Wizmos
are.
are.
The Wizmos are.
Use your singularity emitters!
And they all just sort of look at you confused, then go. And then they all sort of take a step back and in unison fire at this door, which basically adds to the dust as it
Oh, God.
explodes. And you can see, like, Elara, as you're coming back, you see a door just fly off the handle and disappear.
Welcome to the academy. Please.
And they all charge out. And you can see, like, you start to have a better vision as all the smoke and everything starts being sucked out into this air. You walking through the door?
Yeah.
Yeah, you all. This is like a back door to the university. You look down, you see people screaming, running, everything. There's this black ichor on the floor that is sort of
Oh,
slowly
no.
trying to crawl up people, and the people don't drop dead. They don't die or anything. If anything, they stop. One
Wizmo.
stops.
Blister, could the Wizmos blip us back to Argo?
I don't know. Wizmos, how? I'm just gonna grab one and push the red button.
You see Blister disappear.
Alright, Wizmos.
Hang on,
Take
before we go too far, where do I appear? Do I appear on the ship?
Oh, good point, yeah.
You don't appear on the ship. You are in a you are in like an alleyway, and you can see some of this black ichor creeping up the walls towards you. Can you roll initiative for me, please, Blister?
Ah!
You're holding a baby!
Oh God!
Hmm.
9, not much better. But yeah, it rolls first. This thing reaches out towards you. That's a 19 hit.
Oh, you know it does.
Okay. As
But
this
it misses
thing
the baby, right?
reaches out, yeah, it's not attacking the baby. It seems
Okay,
okay. And I don't attack babies. Sorry, hang on, I rolled the wrong thing. Don't panic. That's not 11. You take 6 damage as this thing lurches out. You turn the baby away from this thing as this goo, effectively, it just starts like creeping up your arm and it starts to burn.
Oh god, I don't have any bonus action attacks. Would pressing the Wizmo button count as an action or a bonus action?
Is a what, sorry?
Pressing the Wizmo button again.
I would say it's a bonus action.
Great, in that case, I cast Void Light on the thing at my feet. Little bastard.
Okay.
It needs to make a DC 9 Constitution save.
19.
I press the button. I press the button and try to run away.
You, this thing is starting to creep up your arm and cover your shoulder. You pick up the Wizmo and you slam the button. What are the rest of you doing? You've just seen Blister disappear.
Panicking.
We need to get to Argo. I'm basically like trying to get Argo to find us.
Yeah. Argo is... You can hear him tuning. He's like, yeah, a bit of a problem. Had to move. There's some weird stuff going on down here. You guys alright?
No, can you flop onto our coordinates?
I can get close.
Close is better.
Okay. Like, and he's like, I will send you my parking number. And it sort of closes off, and you get this, like this call in, and you can see that he is, it's like a 3-4 minute run. So I'll go straight through the high street.
Can I put people on the chamber?
Yes, you can.
I'm literally going to put all 3 of them up on the chamber, and I'm going to rage, and I'm going to run.
I'm gonna rage and run. Okay.
Yeah.
All of you letting her put you on top of the chamber?
Oh yeah, I'll climb right up there.
Yeah.
As you run, you see all these people freeze almost upright as this black ichor takes over, and they freeze just slightly as they then start to move, and their limbs stretch slightly further.
I am looking, as we are running, I'm looking around constantly for Blister.
Yeah.
That is my focus.
You are running, and Blister, I need you to make a 1d4 dex save for me, please.
A 1D what?
Sorry, not a 1d4 dex, just 1d4. Roll 1d4 for me.
It's a 1.
And that one. You appear in the air in someone's house. In fact, this looks like the house you were in earlier. And the baby's fine, you've got it cradled, but you crash through this floor.
Oh, him. What house?
The one where the goggles were made.
Where we did the
crashed through-
makeover on Elara.
Yeah, okay. So I was standing outside, but okay.
You recognize this hole.
Oh, well, that means I'm right by the ship, right?
You're about 2 minutes closer than the others.
Right, I'm just gonna grab my magic mic and be like, I'm gonna shout into it. Sorry, everyone. Don't press the Wizmo buttons.
Oh, does he have the helmet on?
No, the baby has
No.
the helmet on.
The baby has the helmet on.
The baby is hearing full rage from Elara right now.
Oh.
Blister, you need to get out of this hole.
Can I just like try and climb out?
Yeah, you make a athletics check for me, please.
Hang on a minute. Before I do that, let's just check I haven't got any spells that help me jump out of things. No, don't be silly.
Blister has everything.
That would be no, he really doesn't. That would
He's got tricks up sleeves.
that would be something that is actually helpful, rather than annoying. So, athletics it is. That's not bad.
Yeah, I don't know. How are you getting out of this hole? Describe to me. With like, is this just sheer willpower because you have a baby in your arms? What is this?
I'm gonna grab it with one arm.
What, the baby or the?
No, I'm gonna keep the baby on the thing, but I'm gonna grab like the thing with one arm. I'm gonna use the other hand to try and protect the child, and I'm just gonna try and like sort of like climb out of it. Like not too fast, just sort of like slowly, but keeping my eye open for that ichor.
You gradually you come out of here, and you can see through the doorway where there's a lot of destruction that's happened, and you can see people running and screaming either side.
Good. Right, that's grand. I'm gonna draw my weapon,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna look towards Argo.
Yeah, you can see Argo sort of coming into land in the distance.
Well, that'll be the way I jog then.
And you jog, and I'm gonna say, so James, you spot Blister tearing out of this house, covered in debris, as he just tears out of where you guys went into the bathroom to get changed, and you see him running.
I smack Elara a couple of times on the head, like, look! Just so that she's got a bead on him, like, did it?
Yeah. Yep.
You keep running. Now, one of these things lurches out towards you. Can you three please roll initiative for me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, crap.
Mm.
I love that the gnome is just so
She's just so excited.
Yes, and Elara's just on a mission.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's roll for this creature. 5. Okay, sorry, Elara, it goes before you.
I know.
So, Elsa, this thing is approaching the cryotube as it sort of reaches out. It's a more humanoid form as it stretches out to reach towards you. What do you do?
Is it far away from me? Like, is it something I fire at?
You can do if you want. It's not on you yet, but it's reaching for you. It's stretching as you go.
So I'm gonna fire at it for my action.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's close, well, actually, if it's close enough, I'm gonna dagger it so I can use sneak attack too.
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah.
Okay, so dagger.
Ooh, nat 20.
Nice.
Oh.
Nice.
And then my sneak attack.
I think you just need to click. The damage should extra 8 damage. Okay, so if you want to roll the damage for me, I think you just need to click on the word dagger underneath your roll.
Oh,
And then it should, sometimes it comes up, sometimes it doesn't. And then we'll add 8 to that. So 12, okay. I mean, you swipe at this thing as it sort of reaches out towards you. You pull out your dagger and you take off like this. It's not a visible if it's a limb or anything. It's just this black like ichor that reaches out, and you completely sever it from where it was, and it drops to the floor in a puddle as it keeps moving. James, what are you doing?
I am going to reach because I'm still on the tube, I'm going to reach my hand past Elara's head and fire an Eldritch Blast at it.
Yes, you can. Yeah, that's a hit.
Yeah.
Awesome. Describe how you hit this for me. Like, what is the motion you're going through?
I reach into one of my pockets and I pull out a glass orb, and in a very labyrinth David Bowie way, roll it from one hand to the other, and then hold it out, and this concussive blast just peels out of it in bright white light, like sunlight, kind of hard to look at light, and it just bursts into the thing and pushes it. And just explodes.
It kind of like recoils, and it's almost like you can see it bend backwards as if you're shooting something. It just sort of goes like as it sort of almost flexes around this, and you do pierce it through the center, and you can see through the other side, and it really starts to slow down. As it's falling, it reaches for Elara. It's a 14 hit you, Elara. I don't believe it does.
Nope.
No.
Oh wait, no, it just. But I have advantage on my strength saves and checks.
Okay. It is going to reach out, and it only just catches you as you leave. Like you can feel this slight burn on your on the back of your arm as you're pushing this thing. As you can feel it, and it is your turn as this thing has just just about manage to touch you.
I will then take my battlefish, fist, not fish, fist.
Battlefish ready.
Battlefish, why not?
It's the best
I'll take the battle fist and attempt to hit it. Oh, okay,
That's
cool.
a definite hit.
All right, and then I don't think we have the rage worked into the damage, so we have to add in 5.
Yeah.
Oops. Hold on. Hit the wrong thing.
I thought that was the...
Hit the wrong thing. No, no, damage is thrown in. So that would be 10?
Yeah, 10.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus the 5. Oh no, hang on. That is the...
It's the total.
Damage. Oh, I see. Okay, never mind. Yeah, 10. This thing sort of makes a horrible screeching sound as it continues to chase you. Elzar, it is your turn. You see this thing really starting almost like in a big crawling spider-like motion coming after you now. And it is you look over and it looks like most of these other sort of weird creatures are distracted. But every now and then one of them checks to look over at you, trying to escape.
Does it look like it's been phased at all by what we've done to it? Or is it just...
It's not.
Okay.
It's crawling. As much as it's crawling quite quickly, you can guess it's crawling because it is damaged. It's got a hole in it, it's lost like a limb, and it's just been punched in the face.
I'm gonna swipe at it as best as I can with the rapier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a hit. 7. Okay. And this thing again, it screams and it really slows. It's almost like it's just falling down and trying to pull itself closer and closer towards you with just one arm. James, you can see this creature really slowing down as Elza just slices through it.
I'm gonna take my orb again and spin it in my hand, and I'm gonna cast Firebolt and try and aim for one of its like front legs, just to try and stop it advancing. Fuck.
That doesn't hit, I'm afraid.
No.
It's like the fire sort of engulfs it, but like it runs over it like oil and disappears again. The creature reaches out just with what little strength it has left to Elara, who's still running. A 7 won't hit. Now, Elara, you see this thing getting closer, but on its last legs. It is your turn.
I'm gonna dash towards Argo.
You're just gonna dash towards Argo.
Yeah, because doesn't that double my distance?
Yes, it does double your distance.
Yeah. So we're looking at 8.
Leave this thing behind as it slowly tries to follow. Blister, Argo is in sight. You can see as he lowers the platform for you to come in, and this black ichor jumps in front of you. Can you? We'll keep the same initiative as last time, so you go first. You are muted.
If we're keeping the same initiative as last time, then you went first.
Oh, did I? Okay, then let's do that. So kind. Does a 12 beat your armor class?
It matches it.
Then it hits. Okay. This thing again, it's more like the can you take 3 damage, please? As this thing again, it reaches out. You manage to like almost duck back as it sort of strikes you across the face, and you can feel it burn. And your shoulder, as much as it's fizzling away, it still burns.
Get it for you, bastard!
It is your go.
Well, I'm feeling pretty hurt right now. So I'm gonna like.
This baby has started to cry and scream.
Alright. I'm gonna run away from it, inviting an opportunity attack.
Yeah, it's going to attack again as you do this. Nat 20.
God damn it.
Right, could you please take 2 nat 1s? Just take 2 damage. As you run away, you are sprinting, you're hugging this baby close to you. and it just about scrapes you as you go past.
Alright, well, I am feeling hurt, so as I start running away, I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you can do that.
I'm going to do that at level 2
You can do that.
to get a grand total of 8.
James, Elsa, and Elara, you can see Blister so close to the ship, and you are catching up fast. With Elara pushing on this, you're a couple of feet behind him. In fact, Blister, if you turn and you look, you can see just quickly, you can see Elara and the others all sat on this cryo tube coming in fast.
Can I, like, so can I?
Doing anything in particular?
Well, I mean, if am I out of combat? Have I managed to run away?
You are, yeah. You've run away from
Okay.
this thing.
Okay, cool.
You both have.
So I'm gonna run towards Argo then and start pulling down the fucking gangway. Like,
How far away is Argo from us? where
You
we
are about 8 feet away. You're really, really close, and these things don't seem to be chasing you so much anymore. They are, they're sort of slowly seeping towards you, but they're not aggressively coming towards you. It's more like they're trying to cover the ground.
so I'm gonna be standing on the runway.
Yep.
I'm gonna be starting to, like, I don't know, I imagine, like, I'm gonna flavor the fuck out of this because it's gonna be cool. Wind's gonna start whipping around me and shit, and I'm gonna start every 6 seconds alternating between Void Light and Sacred Flame on everything within range. They're cantrips, so every 6 seconds it's gonna be like, you know, Void Light over here, Sacred Flame over there, Void Light over here. I'm just gonna go.
Describe this scene that the others see as you're holding like this baby, like, or it's in like a sling. What are you doing as Elara, James, and Elsa come running up to the platform where you're stood?
So, like, I imagine my eyes have probably started to roll up in my head as I'm just channeling magic like I've never channeled it before. And I'll just start, you know, I'm gesturing, and wherever I gesture, either sparks of bright light or flames, which are sort of blue-green in colour, start appearing.
Yeah, you guys see this, and you get to the platform.
I'm gonna jump down and actually use thaumaturgy, so my voice is like shatteringly loud and just be like, "Get the baby inside!"
Blister, how do you react to this?
Like,
He's
jump down
been
right in front
blistered.
of him, like.
I don't think Blister does. He's just overly confident at the moment. He's sort of loss of power. He's holding the baby close and trying to keep the way clear for his friends to get on board.
I'm just gonna turn around and start doing the same thing with Eldritch Blast and Sacred Flame, just spinning my little glass orb and just throwing it out and just like scowling at him every so often.
Yeah.
It's like,
There's just like this radiating energy being thrown from the entrance to the ship. What is Elsa doing?
If I'm going to run past, I might take the baby
I'll let you.
Yeah.
and basically dash inside the ship with the baby.
Yeah, you run, you take the baby and you dash it inside, and Blister and James are just erupting with this energy, keeping this stuff is recoiling as you do this. Elara, what are you doing?
I'm running towards Argo. I am pushing the chamber and our Telemachus into the ship.
Yep.
And then
where was Doctor Strange? Sorry.
Yeah, right. And I'm going to turn around and basically, in my rage, scream at them, "Get in the ship now!"
Where was Doctor Strangelove during all of this? Creepy scientist. Did we
Don't
not
know
bring
where
him with us?
Thanos.
You left him.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't care. It's fine. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, as soon as Elara says that, I turn around and get in the ship, and I'm like smacking Blister, like.
Hang on a minute. I've got an idea.
The Wizmos are racing towards you.
Oh no!
The Wizmos will be
They're
alright.
coming, like, arms up in the air as
Right,
they're
they'll-
going. They're slapping their chests every now and then and just sort of getting closer and closer.
Casting Mage Hand and just picking them up. and
Yeah,
trying to throw
yeah,
them.
you are throwing these things.
Blister's like,
You see them like, yeah, as they sort of get launched.
Blister's gonna stand on this thing for just a second. I want to look around. I want to possibly make a perception check. I want to see if I can see another ship docked, which is likely to have either some very heavy weapons, Or maybe some really large dark matter engines.
There aren't really anything like that, right? So, hang on, what are you looking for?
Blister wants to make a
Essentially,
big boom.
something that might be extremely explosive.
Okay. Not necessarily that explosive. This is supposed to be a peaceful place.
Even an engine, a dark matter engine, wire it wrong, it'll explode. That's basically a nuclear reactor on a ship.
You can see in the distance a ship. Another ship. It will be about... It's about 40, 50 feet away. It won't cause a huge explosion, but you know it will cause an explosion.
Is it flying at the moment?
It's hovering.
I'm gonna cast technical difficulties on it. I want to make the steering and hovering malfunction and make the engine malfunction as well.
You see it try to take off, sort of hover and sway on its own. What are you intending it to do? Do you want it to crash?
I want it to crash and then I want it to explode. And I'm going to turn away from the runway and start shouting at Argo, "Run! Fly! Fly now! Fly really fast!"
Yeah,
I'm still on the gangplank. Am I seeing this?
Yeah, you'll
you
probably
are
see that.
seeing this
Like,
huge...
am I seeing him affect the ship?
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine it's
Yeah,
a bit
it's like
like Star
Robotech
Wars,
on it,
you know, like The
like-
Force Unleashed when they start pulling the ship down from the sky. That's sort of what it'll probably be like.
I want to like grab his shoulders, spin around, and slap him as well.
It's for the greater good.
That's what he says. There are people on there. You don't get to just leave them here.
No, there's not people on there anymore. Just that Icar.
You don't know that. They're trying to leave. We're trying to leave. We're people.
Look, we
It's
can.
too late, and we know their future.
And I slap his other cheek and walk and find the baby.
Yeah, this, just like...
That hurts less because I don't have two fingers on that hand, so
Yeah.
it hurts less. So.
Well, that's good.
It's just a
Yeah.
sting. And yeah, Argo, as the gangplank comes up, you see this other ship start to sway and crash, absolutely collide with some of these houses into this like black ichor itself. And it explodes. This is a huge explosion, and a lot of this black ichor starts flying up into the air as well. And Argo is like, "Okay, everyone hold on," and you can feel the engines suddenly fire up. Telemachus is at the helm. All of you need to make a dexterity check as she slams on these brakes, like a dexterity save, sorry, as she pulls up into the air.
Is Elsa still holding the baby?
Yes.
Okay, then I'm going to throw my hand on her shoulder and
Mhm.
cast guidance.
Yes.
So you can add that d4 if you
Yeah,
want.
extra before. I mean, you're on a 17, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, so, Elsa, you keep yourself pretty sturdy. You've got the baby in one arm, and you are hooked your arm around one of the chairs near Telemachus, pulling yourself into it and strapping you and the baby in. Elara, you, still in rage, like, manage to get everything on the ship, dock it, you strap yourself in. However, where Blister has and James are sort of beating the crap out of each other on board, they sort of, you guys both fall and crash. You don't take any damage, but you roll and you tumble backwards, hitting the back wall as you take off and leave the atmosphere with this huge explosion behind you.
I sort of bounce the baby in my arms and say, "Isn't this exciting? This is just so exciting."
And this baby is laughing, like killing itself laughing right now.
Guess when everything's rated out, I'll head to the bridge.
Same. Well, I'm just going to where the baby is.
Yeah.
Elsa will happily hand the baby over to James. I don't know what to do with this.
James has no idea how to hold a baby, but it's just kind of like,
It's like,
and waving her tail, just like, pay attention to the pretty
Yeah.
tail.
yeah, ignore the explosions in the background.
It's like, she's a 19-year-old holding a baby. She's like, I
Yeah.
don't know what this is.
And Blister, before you get to the bridge, you get that weird static again.
Oh, not again.
And on the bridge, James, Elsa, and Elara. Argo pops down. Just thought you might want to see this. And it drops down a screen to the cargo hold where the cat is hissing. It is up on all fours as this little black ichor is slowly sliding up across the floor and over the crates, and this cat is hissing at it.
Well, that seems bad.
It's very bad. I'm gonna tear down to the cargo.
Are you going on your own, or is there anyone else going with you?
If I see Elara tearing out of the bridge when I get to the bridge, I'm following her.
Yeah. Are all of you going? Or is James, you staying with the baby? Like, don't look at us.
I probably muttered something like, protect the baby.
Yeah, I'm staying with the baby, and I'm presuming we've dragged the cryo tube up to where we all are.
Yeah, that's effectively all plugged in up there.
I'm staying with the children.
Yeah, you can see Argo is looking down at this baby, and he's sort of like cooing, which is weird. And he goes, oh, I've got something. And then his screen just goes off, and the magic roundabout just starts playing the probably quite eerie, but he thinks it's okay.
Oh boy.
And Elsa,
James looks weirdly touched. It's like...
And Elsa, Elara, and Blister, you head down to this cargo bay. And Blister, you've still got some of this. This black ichor is gone on you, but it still burns. You've got a mark down your face where it's got you. And you head down and you can see this cat arched up, fluffed up, hissing at this. It's a tiny, almost a little puddle of ichor on the floor.
Do I see it too?
Yeah, all three of you see it.
Uh,
As it starts to weave its way towards the cat.
I'm gonna fire at it.
Yeah, roll for me.
That was a
It
9.
doesn't hit.
Oh god.
It sort of, as you fire at it, it sort of changes its course as it's almost trying to get away from you.
How far away am I from it?
You're all very close. You're all in the same room as it. The cat jumps down off of the crates and sort of climbs up Elsa and is effectively sat on Elsa's head trying to get away from this thing.
I'm gonna... are we in initiative, or what are we doing? Or just reacting?
Yeah, just react for now, I think.
I think I'd probably try and, stab it with the war club I have.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, 17 definitely hits.
Thank god. Alright, let's see what this does.
Yeah, how do you kill this thing with this?
It's probably just a guttural rage scream at this point with everything that she's just discovered, and it's almost releasing everything she's mentally dealing with on top of the stress and the adrenaline.
Yeah.
So it's a true rage. It's an absolutely true rage, and bloodshot eyes, screaming loud, in for the kill.
And you actually hear a weird piercing scream erupt from this thing as it just fizzles out of existence. You can see it was there, and it's smoking, but it is gone. And this cat is clinging to Elsa. Can Elara and Elsa please roll a perception check for me, please? Okay. Elara, you don't see anything. However, Elsa, out of the corner of your eye, you think you see someone else as Blister disappears.
Say what?
Blister disappears.
You seem to be doing that a lot recently.
Can we have a bit of clarification? Do I blip out as if I've pressed the button again, or?
You blip out as if you've pressed a button.
So I saw a person and then two people disappeared?
Yeah, you saw someone turn up and then both that person and Blister disappeared.
I look at Elara. Who else is on the ship? Somebody just took Blister.
I think like at this point, not seeing Blister, she's going to. What is she gonna do? He's gone. What do you mean he's gone?
I thought I saw somebody, and then it was like he was gone.
I'm gonna run up to the bridge.
Yeah, you run up to the bridge. Younger Telemachus is up there still in the seat, steering Argo forwards, avoiding all the void fish. James, you're sat in the chair next to her with the baby.
As soon as someone comes through the door, it's like, oh
Yeah.
phew. Just like awkwardly putting it away, like, yes.
Is Blister in here?
He went with you.
He didn't come back.
No. Did he come back? Did I see anything?
Nope.
Out of the no.
Tap
actually
on
gonna-
Argo's screen.
I'm gonna leave. I'm
Argo,
actually
where's
gonna leave the bridge.
Sorry, Elsa, what was that?
I tap on Argo's screen. Argo, stop with the pretty pictures. Is Blister somewhere? Where is Blister?
Is he not on the ship? Hang on.
That's what I'm asking you.
And he starts to scan.
Bouncing the baby. Just like,
Huh. It's like he is, but he isn't. I can't see him anywhere.
It's like he is, but he isn't.
Yeah. So I'm watching Scrat's face. How weird. How he'll turn up, he always turns up.
I look after where Elara went.
I've gone back to cargo.
Okay, I go down there with the cat. Argo says it's like he's here, but he isn't here.
I've already written "Where are you?" on the wall.
There's no reply.
I just tap on Argo's screen. What's the is bit? You said it's like he's here, but he isn't. So what's the is bit? Is it a heat signature or?
I'm getting some
smell?
sort of life reading. It's probably a smell. It's what he normally leaves.
He's kind of stinky. Everyone here is kind of stinky. And the isn't. What's the isn't?
Well, I can't see him.
Okay. And I just start bouncing the baby again.
Yeah.
She's not bright. Not a bright girl.
I'm gonna look
Sorry.
around. I'm gonna look around the cargo to see if I can find any sign of where the other person came from.
Yeah, could you do an investigation check for me, please?
It's not my best.
Okay. You know this person effectively came from this room. They didn't walk into the room and then Blister was gone. This person was in the room. Hours go by. Elara, do you tell Telemachus?
Not with everyone there, no.
Hours and hours go by. In fact, it's getting late into the night. What night looks like. Elsa and James, how long do you stay with Elara?
I'm staying with the baby in the cryotube.
Yeah.
So yeah, I will use anything I can find to make like a little nest for the baby. And I have grown up with a lot of children. Like when I was a child, I was growing up with children. So I have basic childcare skills. So the baby will be fed and changed with whatever I can find. And I'm just waiting for the baby to go to sleep and like sitting and waving my tail over her face. I don't really care.
After days go by, do you go back into cryo freeze or do you just stay on the ship?
I'm gonna stay with the baby.
And what about Elsa?
I'm gonna choose not to go back into cryo freeze if I can, because my hope is that eventually we'll cross paths with another ship for me to hop onto.
Yeah. What do you do on the ship in this time? Like, do you take up a job? What do you do?
Well, I'll adopt the cat, and use my talk with small beasts to befriend the cat.
What's its name? Just because I want to know.
Blink. Its
Blink.
name will be Blink.
Hmm.
And so Blink and I will start cataloging the ship, because I feel like the ship has not been properly cataloged, and I am a safety officer, so which I'm not, but which I have papers that say that I am. So I will start cataloging the ship from top to bottom and sort of looking for anything that might fall into my pockets on the way that might help me in my future smuggling career, as I very carefully edit the documents to not include those things.
Oh boy, will you find a lot of stuff missing.
Yeah, there's been a lot of stuff missing. Ballista's been there.
Oh, I
Elara,
start hoarding
Oh.
food also.
yeah, just stop. That jumper forever.
There's
gets
just literally just like there are small caches of food around that people occasionally stumble on. Like they open a box, it's like, what the heck? Why is this is moldy? Why is this here? It's like constantly like sneaking food into places and then leaving it there.
It's like a hamster. But just not.
Just like all over the ship.
And what about Elara? What do you do in these couple of days? The
I have-
Wizmos are particularly sad right now.
I have a feeling the first thing I'm going to be doing is having a discussion with Telemachus.
She won't understand particularly well. She spends some time with James and the baby. Have you told her who it is? Or
I'm thinking at this point she might need to know.
and she looks down at this baby in James's arms. Is it?
What are you gonna call her? You can't, not give a baby a name. That's what James said.
If because I'm there, yes, holding the baby.
Yeah, you're there. You're holding the baby.
I just be like, I've been calling her Daisy. I like daisies. It's not her name, but it'll do.
If you want to
Maybe.
call her that.
It's better than calling her baby.
I guess, yeah. That's not great, is it?
I had that until I was 7. It's not a good name.
Oh. Well, at least you're called James now. It's a nice name.
Thank you. I picked it.
I like it.
And she will, Telemachus will continue to sort of mooch around the ship, do some of the technical bits on there. She'll go to the lab, do some bits in there. And she'll probably be trying to tweak the Wizmos now that they have not only singularity emitters on them, but also time devices. So she's trying to tweak them so that they can actually do something and choose where to go in time, not just randomly pop up places. As time goes by, Lister, that static happens and your eyesight seems to come back. The air is stale.
Care.
You're in a spacesuit. You are in a lab. An older Telemachus stands in front of you.
How old?
That age.
What? Hang no, come on. I need.
And
what
there's a
age?
gun in your hand. There's someone holding onto your arm.
Repulse. Nope. I'm gonna try and throw the person off my arm. I'm noping. I'm noping so hard. I'm squidding. I'm inking. I'm gonna. Right. First things first. Pestilence happens. Next things next.
All this happens within the suit.
Oh.
You are just panicking yourself. And you hear, calm down. Calm down. You heard me. I asked for help.
Can I cast technical difficulties on the gun? I want to stop it from working.
Yeah, you can cast technical difficulties.
I think that's my last spell slot as well.
and this hand takes your arm again, gently. It's okay. Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay. What the hell?
And this mist fog starts to clear in your suit. And someone opens it for you. And Telemachus stands there. Another Telemachus holds your arm, holds a gun in her hand. Is it? Well, we knew it was coming.
Can I rugby tackle her?
Maybe next week, because that's when we're leaving Argo 30.
Ah!
Oh my god! Holy shit!
Yes. Co-signed. Agreed.
Oh my god! That was a lot of emotion to feel in 3 hours. Oh, that's amazing. That was so
Sorry,
good.
I really, with my throat, I couldn't go much longer. So.
Oh wow.
And Scrat, I know you're in a little bit of turmoil right now, but I might need you to do the wrap up.
Yeah, no, that's totally fine. I'll do that. Oh boy. Okay. Wow. Emotions.
Oh my goodness.
Next
so
week.
many emotions.
Next week is the finale. It'll be the last episode of Argo, so Alice is going to wrap all this up and possibly make me kill someone. Let's see. We'll go round in reverse order. I'll post Alice's links now. Because Alice is not only an evil, wicked, nasty person, amazing.
I object nasty.
Clever. I was gonna say nasty is not at all on that description.
Yeah, no,
Amazing.
it's not.
Amazing.
I'm emoting right now.
Like needs to be top of the CV. Just amazing.
Someone's salty at him.
She's also an amazing photographer. You should go and check out her website. She does a lot of cool stuff. Also, there is an interview that went up this morning on the YouTube that is well worth a check out as we get into the mind behind Alice's. And you can hear how she's been setting up this campaign and Eden and the amount of social engineering and other BS that Alice uses on people from day one.
In a loving way.
In a loving
Incredible.
way. In a loving way, yeah. Also, there's our Discord and Twitter, as well as the YouTube, so go and check out the Discord as well. It's an inclusive community where you can come and talk about TTRPGs. If you've got any questions about Mage Hand Press or anything like that, you can ask them there. Similarly with D&D and all the rest of it. And Twitter, if you want to get into a game, I saw someone saying something about getting into a game earlier on. Twitter is the place. Send me a DM and I'll get you into a place. They'll now be in January, I think. I think I'm full until January. They might have a couple, maybe on New Year's Eve, if you're free on New Year's Eve. Other than that, we have a Patreon. Go and check out the Patreon. There is free stuff and exclusive content over there. It's one of the best ways to support us. We get a significant cut of the Patreon donations, so do check that out. Also, merch. We have just released our Christmas logo design, so if you want to go and get a Christmas jumper, if you go right now, they are holding a flash sale for like the next probably 6 hours or something like that. If you use the code FLASH, you can get 30% off. So go and check that out as well. What else have we got? We've got other things. Sponsors. Bird and the Storm Publishing and Mage Hand Press. Mage Hand Press made Dark Matter, which is this expansion for 5e. Go and check it out on them links. It's amazing.
I love Wizmos and Voidfish. They're my favorite.
Oh man, the Wizmos.
I'm
just constantly picturing that little cleaning bot from Wall-E. You know, it's like.
And Bird and the Storm Publishing, they also make content for us. They'll be bringing some stuff to us in the new year. Let's go around and say hello to everyone. Let's go first to V. Oh, hi, V.
Hi. Oh god, if Jake's still in the chat, I promise I'll be more coherent for the night game. our Cantriell is going to be very salty. So hi, I am B. I'm the Crafting Muse, and I am on YouTube, and I will show you how to make stuff. And I'm also on Twitter, where I will probably make you laugh or something along those lines. And you can find me also on Facebook and Instagram. This game, holy, yeah, I'm processing. Let's put it that way. I am going to be so sorry to see it go, but oh, Alice.
You found baby Elara. Well, like.
Jesus Christ, I was carrying my, yeah. Mm-hmm. This is going to be very interesting next week.
Oh boy.
Oh,
man.
I have a feeling Scott and I are going to be talking throughout the week about this one.
Oh yeah. I've got a little addendum to add on to the end. I think I've been having ideas whilst I was talking.
Yes, we will.
So next up, we have Janaya. Oh hi, and thank you for coming today.
Hello, thank you for having me. My name is Janaya, and you can find me at Janaya on Twitter or on Instagram. I show up every so often on Little Busters on Nometic's channel, playing Tales from the Loop, and on occasional one-shots here and there scattered across the internet. The best thing to do is to follow me on Twitter for that stuff, and sometimes on Mondays I show up on my own Twitch channel, dorking out about medieval art theory.
Yeah, cool.
Ooh.
Nice.
Nice.
Last but most certainly not least, welcome. Thank you for coming, Shakespeare. On many different things.
It was so good. I'm having so many emotions. Seriously, babies just. I spend most of my time with them. They're the weight of my brain, like my hind brain, just goes, nope, everything doesn't matter now, baby. Doesn't matter, baby. Yeah, so I'm Shakespeare. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Shakespeare. It's mainly pictures of children that I look after, so sorry about that, but they're cute, so hey. And I also play every Monday night a game with Welcome to the Party RPG. I play a newbie game of 5e, which is really, really fun and kind of distressing because I'm playing like the most traumatized character. So many emotions. I feel so many emotions. But yeah, this was really, really great. It's so fun.
Oh boy. Me. Well, okay. Yeah, things are happening. This is fine. I've already done all my stuff, so that's fine. But I think before we go and go and find someone to raid, which I'll do in the background, I think that at some point Elara will head back to her room, and there will be a little note written, maybe on like her bunk or something. And it's in Blister's scratchy handwriting. And it simply says, I'm not really sure what's going on right now, like with the dancing and everything. Honestly, I don't like to talk about it. It freaks me out. But just wanted you to know that I'm having a blast, and that it's honestly been the best time of my life so far. And I'm so glad that I picked you up that time. I don't know what we're hoping to do here, but my pals used to tell me that you may still be here tomorrow, but your dreams may not. So let's make it count, eh? Blister. We've got a raid war cry from Potato Hollow. Blind luck, that's how I got this far. We are gonna head across, and we are gonna go and do a little raid. We're gonna go and find Enter Elysium. That's where we're gonna go today. I'm gonna go and raid Enter Elysium. They are often working with people like Margaret Crone, doing things like charity streams and that sort of thing. So that'll be fun. Yeah, that's the right channel. So when we get over there, bring across the blind luck. That's how I got this far. Spam the hype if you've got it. We're going. Oh, he's with Maggie right now. Oh, of course, because Maggie's in England, isn't she? There you go. Guys, we're live Mondays to Thursdays, 1 PM, 6 PM, 10 PM EST. Next week is finale week on most of our shows. It's going to be wild with a capital H. Tune in. We can't wait to see you. In the meantime, keep on evoking emotions, and we'll see you later. Bye!